Central Limit Theorem by Jennifer, Tracy, Jared, and Peter. Regardless of the shape of the population distribution, the distribution of the sample means will approximately be normal. The idea behind the central limit theorem is that the larger the sample, the more normal the distribution. Now we are going to show you the central theorem using the examples of rolling die. Our experiment. We will be rolling 10 die. This will equal 1 sample. We will then record the mean of these 10 die. We repeat this process for 5 samples, 10 samples, 50 samples, 100 samples, 250 samples, and finally 500 samples.
There are 6 sides to a dice, so along the bottom we put 1 through 6, since that's all the possible outcomes we could roll. For example, the average of this normal distribution is 3.5, proven by the formula. Here we have 1 sample, and its mean is 2.8. And here we have 5 samples, and the means came out to be 3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.7, and 4.3. As you can tell, this is not bell curve because we do not have enough samples to demonstrate a normal distribution yet. With 10 samples we can see a bell, but it is pretty big.
With 50 samples, we can now see the graph starting to look like a bell shape. With 100 samples, you can see the central limit theorem at work as the bell curve develops more. 250 samples demonstrates the bell curve much better. And finally, we have 500 samples that shows a perfect example of a bell curve and the central limit theorem's magic.
No matter what your population distribution, your sample distribution will become a normal bell curve as the samples increase.